Bet.
It's time for another edition of Community Conversations with Charles Christian. This week's guest is Libby Owens, who is the Executive Director of the Pregnancy Resource Center here in St. Joseph. Charles.
Thank you, Morgan. And Libby, thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, happy to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
I'm glad you made it. The rain is cooperating with us.
It worked out okay.
Good too.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, first of all, tell us about the primary focus of the PRC.
Sure.
And what drew you to this work. You've been there about 7 years now.
That's right. Thanks for asking. Well, primarily we want to empower and encourage pregnant women in the community, and not just St. Joe, but in Northwest Missouri. And so we do that in a variety of ways. And I think that initially brought me there. I really enjoy motherhood and see that there's a great need to encourage other mothers and just to kind of understand their situations and have compassion on that.
That's great. Now, and you've been executive director 6 years, right? How did you get first connected to the PRC?
Right. Actually, I was involved in another women's group here in St. Joe, and they began doing diaper collections and things like that. And so I learned a little bit about it, and then I just realized I really liked what they were doing and how they were helping the women and the babies. And I started liking on Facebook, and next thing I know, I had an opportunity to go on a tour. From there, I volunteered, and then basically just getting involved. And then I was asked to be executive director after I interviewed for that position 6 years ago.
Oh wow! Now tell you talked about some of the services. What are more services that are provided to these are pregnant women?
Right. Right. Absolutely.
In the community. Tell us what you do.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a crisis pregnancy clinic. We also have classes that meet, and they're called prenatal parenting classes, My Baby and Me classes. And we also offer maternity clothes giveaways. We have abortion recovery support groups, and then we have emergency services. So it's all of that being combined together to come alongside moms and help them and care for their babies.
That's right. You have an actual medical clinic there associated with the center, and that means there are physicians that do they volunteer? Or are they on staff?
Well, our director, our medical director, he donates his time, but he is a radiologist, and so he's reading every ultrasound that comes across.
Speaking of that, I did hear you guys offer free ultrasounds to pregnant women. What is the significance of that for expectant moms?
Sure, absolutely. So right now we're able to offer that, and we have a satellite location in Cameron, and women can call and get an appointment to go in for that for those purposes. And the idea behind that is our staff is being trained, but at the same time we're able to offer that for the mom, and they're not diagnostic or not doing gender reveals, but it is still a wonderful opportunity for those women.
So when they see that, what's the hope there when they're able to see the ultrasound for the first time?
Right. Well, we just think it's amazing. Ultrasounds give us a picture of what's happening with that baby's development, and really allows that mom to have an idea of not only what's going on, but ask questions, and also kind of begin to see progression from 1 week to the next week, and that's always real important.
Right. Okay. Now, the critique of some pregnancy centers that come and pregnancy services has to do with Probirth, but not much care beyond that. You hear that all the time. How do you address this as an organization that works with moms all the time?
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked that. So, like the prenatal parenting classes, we're encouraging those moms during pregnancy, but also we're helping her prepare to care for that baby when the baby's 6 months old. And so they learn how to have the clothes and have the diapers and everything. And by attending regularly, they're going to be prepared for that. And that lowers her stress level also. We're doing a lot of things in the community right now with other agencies and organizations. If they need something, they can give us a call. We want to help. And kind of my motto, and I've asked the organization to adopt as well, is always take care of the babies. And so we really want to do that. And we have a great compassion for them.
That's great. Now, what other name a few organizations in the community that you get to partner with.
Oh, absolutely. So it just depends. Catholic Charities will call us, or the YW will need, as Salvation Army has needed diapers as well. We work almost weekly with Care Portal, and Care Portal is actually kind of churches are filling needs through Care Portal, and so I'm always happy when we can help out in those ways. When moms and babies and families need help, we want to be able to help because the community has said that's important. They've made everything we have possible.
Wow, so it's very donation driven.
Oh, absolutely.
And you mentioned that also you work with women who have had abortions as well. Many people may not realize. I didn't realize that when I was looking into the. So what typically then if a woman has had an abortion and comes to the TRC, what?
Sure.
What
well, they're going to
process
contact us. That's a confidential call, and then we'll just kind of see where she is. And if that's something that she's wanting to seek out support or talk to other women who have had an abortion, then we're able to help her out with that. Everything we offer is at no cost. And so we offer that when the time's right for her. She can be a part of a group with other women. It's confidential, but we think that's real important for them to at least have that option.
Right. And the partnerships and goals that you have then finally going forward, what are you hoping, however long you get to be there,
absolutely.
What are the next things you want to see happen in regard to the TRC?
Great. Well, thanks for asking. Well, some of the things would be that we can expand our services more in Northwest Missouri and not just in St. Joe to have these prenatal parenting classes. We will be offering classes hopefully this year in the summer in Cameron. So that's great. We also have this maternity closet, the clothing giveaway and diaper giveaways that we're going to rural communities as well. We've already been to Albany this year in Cameron, and now we'll be later in Plattsburgh, again in Cameron. So I think it's the idea that it's not just about the women that can get to us. We want to be able to get to them as well. I'd love to be able to offer Spanish and some other types of services too. So we're always looking at ways to improve and to care for them. So
all right. Well, Libby Owens, Executive Director of the Pregnancy Resource Clinic / Center. We are glad you joined us tonight.
I appreciate the time.
And thank you for joining us. And be sure to tune in each Thursday during the 5 p.m. newscast for Community Conversations. We're going to have more news after the break.